Yeah, look, tell me what's the vibes, what's the moves. Yeah, I just hit a mic key for the juice. Yeah, ain't no capping, I'ma tell the truth. I've been winning for so long, it's hard to lose. Yeah, be my source, Christian like Dior.
Hey guys, welcome to the Side Hustle episode 2, and we've got Kwazi, literally the Lash Queen. Welcome Kwazi, and thank you so much for having us in your house, honey. It's like so gorgeous.
Thank you guys, welcome. So this is where all the magic happens.
Come on.
Yes, girl.
Like, let's get straight into it because I've got so much to obviously ask you. It's going to be like really informative for the guys that's watching. So first and foremost, I know we spoke about, how you literally gathered a number of the ideas in the first episode. And secondly, what we're going to do in this one is going to go a little bit more in depth as to what really went down. But the first one is really simple because I really want to know. Okay, just share with us basically what the vision was from day one. What did that picture basically look like when you decided to literally go with the side hustle?
You know what? It's so weird how. Okay, so basically starting this whole thing up, honestly guys, it was really just about making that extra money. I really never thought that it would really go any further. But when I started doing my course and I started practicing and then I saw this, I saw this vision of like one day maybe I can own my own lash bar or, and add more treatments and whatever. So to start, honestly speaking, starting off, I really did not have a vision. I don't want to lie to you. It was honestly just a way of how can I make money? I know I loved lashes. I would always Kwazi, which Kwazi, the one with the lashes, So I've always loved lashes and I've always had this OCD when it comes to lashes. But starting off with the whole having a side hustle thing, it was really just about making that extra cash. I didn't realize that it would actually go this far.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure, 100%. Yeah. Girl, I need to ask you a serious question. So, a more personal one, right? At which point, how bad was it that, you obviously felt that you needed to press play on actually making things happen? When you say that you obviously started off with this basically because of the need to make money, you know what I mean? Like, how hectic was it? What was that flip for you? What was that moment when you realized that, it's either this or, how bad was it?
Yeah, it was really bad because I was behind with my, I had a job and the company got liquidated, and then I was behind. I had so much debt, and I think that was the thing. Like I had to try find ways to get that money and try pay up, And also having my son made me realize that you can't. I don't want to wait for end of the month, to actually do things because kids are so you need so much. I mean, you can't really have a budget. When you have kids, So it was really that thing of I need to pay up my debts. I need to be able to have money to be able to make sure that my son is my partner is there still, very supportive, and I think I'm so grateful for him because also he was the one person that I literally this is how it happened. I knew I wanted to do something, right, but I was like, okay. One month I got paid and I got a good salary. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna take this money. I wanna go do this lash course. And when I told him, but I was also worried because I was like, will I have enough money for transport to go to work, for petrol and stuff? So when I told him, I'm like, babe, listen, this is what I want to do. Yeah. And he was so supportive. He never said no, but he was like, go for it. And I said to him, okay, but I'm just stressed. I was like, how am I gonna get to work? Because I didn't budget for this. This is something I'm just gonna jump into now. And he was like, I got you. So support is everything. Family even. I don't know if my sister. I think I've always been driven. I'm a go-getter. I go for it. I push. I don't care what gets in the way. My grandmother always used to say, nothing can. If someone can do something, you can too.
Yes.
So yeah, but more than anything, I needed to cover up my debts, and I needed to make sure that my son has everything and we don't struggle.
100%. And that's more than enough motivation to actually get you kicked off the cliff, right? So
Mm.
looking at your product and a service, so you've got both. You've got the lashes and you literally do the installations of them, right? So normally, okay, they would either be one or the other, but you've got both, okay? And looking at the time that you decided to press play on this, did you look at, a number of faculties happening around us at the time? When you decided to do this, was there, specific concerns, or did you literally just see the opportunity based on trends, or was it just what literally, impacted the fact that you knew that this could actually work? Because there's a time and place for everything, and something that's winning right now won't really, do or make that have that same effect, in the future or even in the past and stuff. So what made you realize that it was literally this?
I thought of, at work, as a flight attendant, you have to look at the standard.
Okay.
And my target market is there, guys. Everyone is doing lashes. I asked my colleagues, babe, where do you do your lashes? No, I go to Midrand, I go to Sandton. There was, at that time, there wasn't really a lot of people in the East Rand that actually do individual lashes. For me, I used to drive all the way to Midrand, to get my lashes done. So my target market was there, like my colleagues, So I think that's also where the inspiration came from. I could see that, guys, every month, how much are you spending on? And even myself, I'd spend how much on lashes and nails, and then I saw that beauty is actually in demand, like it's an ongoing thing, it will never stop. Nothing can actually get in the way. And it's so funny how even during lockdown, I don't know if I should mention it, sorry.
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, my love. Especially for that, you're going to use it.
And it's so funny how during lockdown I actually accumulated more clients, because how I actually started off, I used to do house calls when I was working.
Okay.
I used to do house calls, so I would drive to my clients. Before work, or if I'm signing on later, I'd go in the morning, do my clients. After that, go straight to work, So, like I'm saying, during lockdown, I then accumulated more clients, and I was asking myself, where's everyone going? Where you want to do your lashes, But that's how I realized that not even lockdown can stop that. Not even lockdown can stop beauty. If you still want to look pretty, it's a business that is in demand and it'll never stop.
Right.
So
wow, that's really cool.
I think with the lockdown pushed me a lot, and also because I was available a lot. Because remember with flying and having to be available for my clients, it was very tricky. So I think because with the lockdown I was home the whole time, and I had a spare room. My son, I actually used my son too because he's mostly with my mom, and I would work from there. And I think because I was consistent, I was there. Then I started seeing that no, man, I can actually do this. I can actually do this.
Yeah, that's awesome. And just going into that a little bit deeper, when you came to obviously working and putting away funds to make this happen, what kind of sacrifices did you have to make in order to get this started and, just that lift off that you needed?
I basically had to, I lost friends. I was never around now to go out, and, I'd rather take that money and make good use of it into the business. So I had to cut the whole thing of going out, friends, even for myself actually, like certain things. I love hair. I told myself, okay, you know what, I need to focus on what I want, and the rest will happen. Everything has its timing, you know that. So I know that eventually I will get there, and so I had to cut down on a lot. Yeah, basically like downgrade and stuff, but it's worth it.
Absolutely. Then another one, okay? Looking at basically, the lifestyle and everything, you just mentioned that you cut out, things that you were doing, just all the good stuff. Then you obviously had family. When I met you at the time, you were expecting, you had a toddler, you obviously in a steady relationship, so you had mom duties, wifey duties, the work, with the job that was happening, and I mean being under a number of mood swings, expecting.
Sure, yeah.
It's hectic.
Yeah, it was a roller coaster.
So how did you find the balance between
Yeah.
the two? Like, what was your mindset? Your mindset. What was your mindset like? Where was that? Talk to us about what that looked like for you.
Sure, it was a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But the one thing I do want to say is, my mom, guys, family is everything. My mom, my sisters, I think they made it easier for me to actually try and push. My mom was there for my firstborn, so she would be with him most of the time. And my sisters, they would just help out. So when it came to that, when I think about it, I get so emotional because she sacrificed so much just to actually try and help me and make things easier for me. It did put a strain on the relationship also, because like you're saying, mood swings, I'm just going through everything, and 1 minute I'm busy with the client, the next I'm feeling sick or whatever. It was just like I said, a roller coaster. But it helps to have someone who's so supportive. As much as we would have our ups and downs, he would always, be there and be like, it's gonna be fine, and But it was rocky. It was rocky, but more than anything, support, guys. Having support physically, mentally, emotionally, it does a lot because it just makes things easier for you. It makes things easier for me. And it made things very easy for me. And you get people who ask you like, how do you do it? I mean, even with the whole cycle, I was like, how do you do it? You've got a job, but just keep pushing, And I didn't actually know that I had this in me. I honestly thought I didn't think I had this in me.
So that's also a very interesting question. What are you listening to? What are you absorbing? What kind of information are you busy retaining that's helping you your entire mindset apart from the family support? I just personally want to know, what are your mind consuming?
I read a lot. No, actually, no. Stop that.
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
No, but personally,
I really don't.
Like, girl, are you really just that much of a tough cookie?
I think so.
Are you really?
I think this is just how I am. And I think I'm very close with my sister, all my sisters, but the one that comes after me. We talk, man. I love talking because then I tell you how I feel, and that's why I say it's very important for you to, if you're gonna be around negative people, you're gonna attract negative things. But because of how my sister listens to me, and we're always just pushing each other. So for me, honestly, I don't know. Like we're saying, I think this is just how I am. This is just how everything is meant to be, and I just have this drive and.
No, I believe that too. Like, if you've made up your mind, it's literally just a decision of what you're thinking. If you want anything bad enough, it's just a matter of time before, it moves you far enough for you to actually make the moves in that. Where you get, individuals in the beginning. I must say that I've taken on to a lot of personal development because I wasn't brought up in an industry or an environment where we were educated about stuff.
Yes.
Business or anything motivated, To be quite honest, it was a lot more negative. If we see somebody, just being at anything, it would be more like, okay, just watch. There wasn't a cheer, you couldn't, do any of that. So learning from a little bit about more of what's happening right now came from, personal development, audios, videos on YouTube, reading these quotes that's sparking a few things, just being aware of the kind of information that you're consuming. So if you literally have a circle that is on your level, then obviously sharing energies and just connecting with each other, that's food for the soul.
That's enough.
Okay, next one. Just quickly confirm how long you've been in the industry for. How long have you been doing what you are doing today?
It's been 6 years.
6 years. It's a long time. It's a long time, honey. I mean, let's take a few steps back. When you got started off, tell me, what was your environment like at the time when you just played on your hustle?
I've got a lot of actually thinking back. So obviously I did the course and then I started practicing with people, and I would post every now and then and whatever. And I remember at work, like I used to, every time I post, I remember this, every time I post, each client something like a happy customer or happy client or whatever. And then I would hear talks, hey, did you see happy client? Obviously, and I was starting off and I would hear these things. And the people you expect to support you are the ones that don't even, So I would hear all these bad things that people are saying behind my back. Oh, happy client. Oh, did you see those lashes? So it took a lot for me there because I could have then said, yeah, but you know what? Yes. I don't think I can do this, Everyone else thinks, but because of the drive that I have there, and I wanted to prove them wrong, so they actually motivated me, and I am here because of that. And I always tell someone, when you want to do something, you do it. Don't start something and then go it because people say, I don't think, remember why you started. Remember why you started. Yes. When I did the lashes, first day I was like, I don't think I'm going to do this. But then I told myself, you took out your money, you went to go do this. You will do this. This is why So, you come a lot of people that will try and demotivate you, will try and bring you down, but I kept pushing. Yeah, I kept pushing.
And that's awesome. And just like you mentioned earlier on, a lot of the vision in the beginning may look so massive and you give yourself a specific time frame and you're like, if it doesn't happen within, let's say, the next 5 years, or if you don't see yourself driving a Lambo or living in your dream house, that, it's just not happening or whatever the case may be. But, when you keep on pushing, you allow for the growth to happen and the next thing, it's easy.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. Okay, Kwaz, starting off as a lash technician, right, go 6 years deep, hands down, well done. Right, 6 years deep, honey. How have you leveled up the initial idea from you just being a lash technician to, where you are today? What was your level up? Where are you today? How have you improved and taken that initial idea to the next level?
I think as a business owner, you always try to find that space for growth, and for me it was, it's been 6 years. I've been getting DMs on my Instagram, people asking me, where are you getting your stuff? How do you install? All these things that actually made me think that, maybe I should try and introduce something because I'm more confident now with what I'm doing, and like I'm saying, as a business owner, you always want to try and grow and expand. And for me, I think there couldn't be a better timing than now. Over the years, I've accumulated my clients, and for me, I felt like this is the time for me to try and now introduce something. And then that's how I thought about, maybe I should start introducing my own lash products, and then maybe even supply, as well as try and introduce lash training for all the ladies out there who are, who want to start their own thing, and that's how it was just a matter of, it's time for me now to grow. It's always been lashes throughout, and I think that's why I'm so confident now, because at some point I wanted to add something else, but I felt, let me perfect this. So in a nutshell, I've introduced my products, my lash products, which is, I have my individual lashes. I have all sizes and shapes, and so it's like anything, like the mink lashes, they're amazing. They're not heavy on the eyes, perfect. As well as I also have the lash glue, which is also, it works, guys, my product. I'm not trying to, but I know. I also have the lash cleanser, as well as the lash remover. So basically like aftercare products for my clients, and also like maybe supply to other salons. And with that also, I also started doing training, trying to help ladies out there who are trying to start their own lash business, educate them on what I know, try to share my skills, basically my passion with ladies out there. And so that's also what I've been doing, and it's going well. I'm so happy, getting the support. So basically,
that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing and just taking us deeper into what it's like in your world, and obviously inspiring a lot of individuals that's obviously thought about starting their side hustle but didn't actually get started. So guys, take on these amazing nuggets that Kwazi's literally shared with you today, and hopefully, that it has instilled, that inspiration that you be needing, or hopefully it'll obviously just, move you into taking some action more than anything else, because I strongly believe that it just starts with one move at a time. Really and truly, you don't have to know it all, or, see the next 10 steps. The first one will reveal the next one in front of you, and that's what you literally shared with us here today. So I really and truly appreciate it, and thank you so much for your time. Guys, stay tuned for the next Side Hustler.